9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
Oh, we are back. Hardway Wrestling with Thursday Night Fire. No Ricky today. No Ricky today. We have Scotty the Body with his cute, dirty Q-tip head. We have Wyatt with his up, down belt. Right? We all have a belt here, except for our special guest today, the owner, hardcore legend, the man that I beat in the ring 1, 2, 3. Chucky Manson, how are you today, sir? Welcome. I almost got you there. I mean, so listen, before we get started today, how did it feel to lose to the manager of the year for ATCW?
Like getting your dick shut off.
Other was not. You'd have lost to Other also because he's a lot tougher. So you're downplaying yourself. You know that right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Honestly, couldn't get any lower. His shoulders were on the mat. But real life, Chucky's one of my best friends. We talk shit all the time. He owns ATCW Indie Wrestling, Atlantic Terror Championship. Where did you come up with the name Atlantic Terror Championship Wrestling?
Nice.
There you go.
And I have to
I'm
admit,
not sure how many
you guys
people
weren't there Saturday night. It was a fire show as usual.
Yeah, well, as you'll notice through this cast, that Tim's on Boost Mobile, and his internet is not the best, and he's probably going to cut in and out multiple times.
Yes,
Scott.
Yes,
Scott is dead. Scott's chair broke.
we talking about bad internet. His phone just goes. I'm done.
Man down.
Does anybody know that I have motion sickness? Like,
Okay, well, now was our
Great way to start the podcast.
that was our chance to pin Scott. He was down.
Yeah. Okay, that should work now.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, now that Scott's back with us and not laying down, today we are going over all the wrestling going on this weekend. We got Double or Nothing. We have Day of Champions, if you really want to call it Day of Champions, because it is day here, night there, Night of Champions. And what's the NXT called?
Battleground.
So we're going to go over all three of those. We're going to talk about a little bit on each match and what we think. And then we're going to kind of give our picks on who we think is going to win each individual match. So we're going to start this off with Double or Nothing. Wyatt, our first match for Double or Nothing is we're going to go with the women's title match. We have Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. We all like both of these women. They're really both great wrestlers. I love Toni Storm's heel version of herself right now. She's really good. She is a bitch, and we love that. And Jamie Hayter, I think I liked her better when she was heel. But I actually think this is going to be a pretty competitive match. Wyatt, give me some thoughts on this match. Wyatt is. We'll go to Scott instead. Scott, go ahead and tell us what you think on this match, and we'll get back to Wyatt.
Okay, and somebody just cut out. Tim,
Can you-
okay.
There you go.
Tim, bye. But anyways, Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm. I am actually looking forward to this match. Again, like I said, two women that we both really like, that have had very good matches in the past. But honestly, I am thinking that it's going to be Hayter retaining because she's had a short run with the belt. I don't think they're going to take it off her right away, but I think it is going to be a very good match, a very competitive match. Tony Storm, I think, will deliver a very good performance, and we'll see what happens. But I'm calling Jamie Hayter on this one.
Nice. All right. How about you, Timmy? Chucky? Sorry.
Only because I like your name. I'm going to take Hayter.
You're taking Jamie Hayter. Any thoughts on this match at all, or you're just gonna give
I'm
us some
just
picks?
guessing.
All right. Well, Wyatt's not here right now, but I'll go ahead and give you I actually think Jamie Hayter has not defended his belt enough yet. So I think that Jamie Hayter will continue to retain her title over Toni Storm. But I believe she will get her ass kicked at the end. All the girls from that. What's that group that they're in now? The Outsiders.
The Outsiders, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that there will be a lot of outside interference in this match. So
interesting rip off of the Hall and Nash.
Right. Not as good looking as Hall and Nash, I promise you that. So our next match for Double or Nothing is a ladder match. Wardlow and the old man Christian Cage with Luchasaurus. Honestly, this kind of stuff pisses me off. There's so much talent on all these rosters, and we need Christian Cage in a match with Wardlow. Scott?
I mean, okay, I disagree with you slightly. I think that Christian Cage in this match is a really good thing for Wardlow because, again, Christian has been a big name with a lot of different companies over the years and has a lot of experience that he can pass on to Wardlow. Wardlow's still green. Wardlow's still got, a lot to learn, and Christian can teach him a lot. The problem I have is the fact that, again, we have never seen Christian and Wardlow against each other. So the fact that they're starting off with a ladder match as your initial outcome is, or initial match to start this feud is like, not really. Like, I'd like to see them in a single match first, then stipulation to stipulation, then to the ladder match. But if it has to be a ladder match, it's also good that Christian has done quite a few of those in his career. So I'm still picking Wardlow to win. I think it's good for Christian to be in there to help teach and come feed.
Gotcha. All right, Tim, Wardlow, Christian Cage.
I hate to even say this, but I agree with Scott. How does a feud start with a ladder match?
Exactly.
So this feud didn't just start. This feud has been going on for a little while. Christian Cage actually was in some kind of arm brace, so he couldn't wrestle for a while. But this match actually started like 8 months ago.
Can we get a build to it though?
Well,
No,
we didn't.
We
We did not.
Can we though? Is
Can
what I'm
we?
saying.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
And again, take some of the best ladder matches in the history of pro wrestling, and Christian Cage was in those.
Agreed.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, is it going to be entertaining? I hope so. I think it's time for Christian to go ahead and pass the torch. So I'll take Wardlow.
You're taking Wardlow.
Yeah.
Why? What do you got?
Yeah, again, Wardlow is huge, and right now he's really kind of pushing a new vibe with the TNT Championship belt. So I think Christian should pass him and put him over to build him better up for this because Christian Cage is a name that you hear in ladder matches. So I completely agree.
I'd rather see Wardlow and Luchasaurus myself. Two big boys. I mean, actually, I think Wardlow is a little bit smaller than Luchasaurus last time they went nose to nose. So that would be more interesting to me. And I'm definitely taking Wardlow over Christian Cage as I click off some buttons here. Okay, we have the Blackjack Blackjack International Championship match, the Blackjack Battle Royal, and the first participant is the guy who's holding the belt, is Orange Cassidy. Now, do we have a list of guys that's in this Battle Royal already?
I have not seen a list published yet.
I think I saw one earlier.
I mean, Orange Cassidy just did shit.
Let me see if I can find it. I could have swore I just saw there was a bunch of different update. Here we go. Update on Double or Nothing.
Unfortunately, we can't watch it this weekend.
So it's what, Sunday night?
Sunday night, yes.
Double
or Nothing? No. No, Double or Nothing is
Right.
actually I can't find it right now.
I'm thinking about bringing my
Whatever the 26th is.
So the Double or Nothing is Saturday, Sunday night. Is they're running the exact same time as Battleground.
That's ballsy.
Okay, so in theory, All Out, Double or Nothing should be pretty easy to get viewers, but God knows what. NXT's better, in my opinion.
So I say Orange Cassidy is going to retain this title, but then someone's going to probably come out of this or show up at the end. Guys are in this. I saw a couple guys. It's like Juice Robinson. It's a bunch of probably half the dark or all the Dark Order is going to be in this. Like, it'll be a bunch of guys that we really don't care about.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing that I'm kind of wondering is, I don't know what the rules are for a Blackjack Battle Royal.
Well, it's 21 people. That's why they're calling it Blackjack.
Huh?
It's 21 people. That's why they're calling it Blackjack.
Well, I didn't know if they were coming out by suits or cards or whatever. They usually do at the casino.
This isn't Alice in Wonderland, Scott. That's not.
Well, no, but they've done that before, where they've released 5 guys at a time and called them the Spades division or the guys. So I understand what Scott's.
So, but here's my thing: like 21 guys. If we don't have the full list, I guarantee you there will be kind of their version of the Joker in this. Joker's Wild. Surprise entrant that will be whoever they're going to put Orange Cassidy in the feud with next is my thought process that they'll find a surprise to bring in, and that's then who they program Cassidy with at this going forward, but we will see.
Gotcha.
I agree with that.
I'm calling Orange Cassidy to retain, even though I don't.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy will definitely retain this weekend.
So.
I'm with you. Orange Cassidy ain't losing yet.
Okay. All right. So we have the Blackjack Battle Royal. We have our tag title match, FTR versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. Probably my favorite tag team right now out of anybody. With special guest referee Jay Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe? My bad. Mark Briscoe. They all look alike. Actually, they don't look alike now. But
damn.
That was little. Lord, I apologize.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But special guest referee. So if you watched it last night, Mark slapped the absolute piss out of Jeff Jarrett. And I think he smacked Dax in the mouth too. So how do you think this is, Tim, how do you think this is going to go?
Okay, here we go. FTR retains. And I think Lethal and Jarrett need to just be out of the picture when it comes to tag team championship.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
They're done.
Okay.
So they need to be beat solidly. But AEW won't do that.
Well, actually, AEW is really good at not having schmaz finishes. A lot of their finishes they go over pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting sick of Jarrett and Lethal always in that what it seems like in for a championship tag championship. They've run their course.
What do you think, Wyatt?
I mean, again, FTR right now is their biggest tag team in the company and they're pulling money in. Not as much as like say CM Punk would, but it's all about.
This is a CM Punk
FTR
free
is a
zone
big
today,
tag
my
team.
friend. CM Punk free zone.
That was my only mention of the shit. Okay, I promise. But FTR is their biggest push right now, and the best tag team title holders in any company right now. So FTR will retain, but I also agree with Tim. Jeff Jarrett needs to get his ass kicked. Same with Jay Lethal. And I really hope that Karen does something stupid.
Okay, Scotty, what do you think? You saw Karen. You saw Karen the other night. A little low blow.
Yeah, I saw Karen Angle come out. Oops, was I supposed to say that? Sorry.
Oh wow, did you go with Karen Angle?
That's who Jeff Mary was. Karen.
I know.
Wait, are you saying that Jeff Jarrett ordered a sloppy seconds with Angle?
Yes.
Oh,
who's got the better pill rattler, Jeff Jarrett or Kurt Angle?
Well, Jeff Jarrett has a head of hair unlike Kurt.
That's true. All right, who do you got in this there, Scott?
I'm going FTR, and I agree with Chucky. The fact, like, I like Jeff Jarrett, and
what the fuck is this between you two now?
But here's the thing: I like Jeff Jarrett and I like Jay Lethal, but the problem is that this is Impact Light right now, and again, I want to see Jay Lethal being pushed more in the singles division because honestly, a match between MJF and Jay Lethal would draw money. And Jeff Jarrett, while again is a very good wrestler and a very good talent on screen, Jeff needs to be behind the scenes working with the younger guys, really helping them to learn to get over and working on matches and stuff with some of these guys. And so Jeff needs to be off the screen. So yes, beat him convincingly, but FTR goes over.
So I agree with you a little bit. Okay. I agree that Jeff Jarrett should be helping these guys behind the scenes. But how better to help these guys show somebody how to get over, but to put the tag team belts on Jay and Jeff and let them and show these guys what heels do with the belts. Because I think that's what we lack.
You've been smoking.
What's that? Honestly, I think that is a great way to show these guys. You give these guys the belts and you show them that this is what heels do when they have the belts. Right? We had the Gun Club who had the belts. They're heels. It wasn't great. Whatever. It wasn't great, right? So you put these are true. And Jay can go either way. Jay's always on the fence, but Jeff is a legit fucking heel. Like he is a fucking heel through and through. Whether he's face or not, he is a heel at all times. Put a belt on this guy and show these guys what heels do with belts. And I think that's the best way to show these guys. Does Jeff need a belt? Absolutely not. Does Jay Lethal need a belt? Absolutely not. And I do agree that Jay and Briscoe would they faced each other plenty of times.
No, I said
what's that?
I said MJF. Jay and MJF.
I thought you said I'm sorry.
Like I said,
I don't agree then.
I'm not gonna put the belt on Lethal, but give him another a solid worker that needs to go up with MJF to kind of continue to propel MJF forward. And that's Lethal. But yes, Jay needs to be in the ring. Jarrett needs to be behind the scenes. Keep the belt. I disagree. Keep the belt on FTR. But
all right. Well, I'm going as of right now in my mind. I'm going with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal to win this. When these
just started their reign as AEW tag team champs. Why would you take it away from them, especially their best tag team?
Best tag team doesn't always have the belts. So,
that's a true statement. That's a true statement.
Moving on, we have this anarchy in the arena. The only thing that would make this a good match is if Sammy Guevara gets run over by a fucking golf cart again. That's the only thing that would make this
between these four have been annoying, and I don't
horrible. It's not good. It's not been good. Honestly, this whole build up for this pay-per-view, to spend $50 on this pay-per-view, they have not sold this thing to me at all. Honestly.
No.
They have really not
after
sold
watching
this.
Dynamite last night, fucking Perry, his promo was terrible last night. I was sitting there, I was like, this sucks.
Yeah,
Like, this is supposed to be the marquee match against the four pillars that started this company, and you have not sold me this match at all.
I'm 100% sure that Jack Perry would not get out of developmental for WWE. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So we have the Anarchy in the Arena. We got Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite. Scotty, I know you love the Young Bucks. Tell us why the Elite's going to win this.
Can this be like? Can this just get ruled a no contest? Neither of them win.
Yes, please.
Because
I would agree.
Y'all know my feelings about the Elite, Young Bucks, and Omega, but the
no, Scotty, tell us about. I'm just kidding.
No, that's another whole episode we don't want to record today. No,
the BCC or whatever you want to call them,
Big Black Cock. Yes, yeah, I got you.
Blackpool, they've got some talent in that. Like the 2 out of the 4 guys are very talented in that. Daniel Bryan and
Wheeler Yuta.
No, it's Claudio Castagnoli, you fuck.
Yeah, Claudio. Sorry. I'm using his WWE name. Claudio and Daniel Bryan are the 2 of the most talented guys. And then you have Wheeler Useless and freaking Plumber Moxley. And
there you go, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Good, Jim.
I mean, look at the guy and he bleeds. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm tired of the blood. I'm tired of the drinking bones and dining on death stuff. Like I'm done. Like both teams. Again, I would split Claudio and Daniel out to do different things with different people, and leave Daniel and Wheeler and Moxley just to go die in a hole somewhere. So
you're taking Blackpool Combat.
I will unfortunately take Blackpool over in this one. But
okay, who do you got? Wyatt, let's hear it.
I'm sticking with Blackpool just because as of right now, the Elite and Kenny Omega do not have contracts yet. So I think right now with everything going on, I think Blackpool wins it just because Claudio's really good. Moxley again is kind of like the face of the company still, and it goes to Blackpool. They just have so much more hype behind them, other than the Elite.
Tim?
All right. I'm picking Blackpool, but this is where I'm going to Blackpool.
Oh.
But this is where I'm going to differ. This has been the best storyline for this pay-per-view. It's been the slow burn they had to bring them all together and all of that, in my opinion, was the best part, the best build for this storyline. There will be blood and guts. Sorry, Scott. There's going to be.
Okay.
There's going to be. But
hey, Jason,
I'll take Blackpool.
yeah, I was going to say, are we taking the under or over? Under 5 minutes?
The under 5 minutes, Jason?
Oh, yeah, I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under. Someone
on the way to the ring. On the way to the ring.
Someone's getting hard weight before this match even starts for sure.
I think the over-under should be on how many hard ways come.
At least one, because Wheeler cannot swing a chair to save his ass.
But honestly, think about it. Is there a better story build than this in this whole pay-per-view?
This has been a shit story. I hate Hangman Page. I think Hangman's terrible. I do like the Young Bucks. I really like Kenny Omega. I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of most of Blackpool Combat Club. I can't stand if Wheeler looks like a badass until he opens his mouth and he sounds like Mickey Mouse. I can't stand him. I'm a real boy. But if CM Punk could sweep in and kill all these guys at one time, it'd fucking be great. Anyway,
Punk free zone.
Punk free zone. My bad. But I am going against everyone here. I am taking the Young Bucks. The Elite has looked like shit forever now. They haven't been able to get their stuff their shit together. I think they're gonna get Callis back in this, and I believe that the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega are gonna win this match.
You mean Don Fallis?
Don Fallis, yeah, like that thing sitting on the back of your toy thing there. All right. So before we get to the Pillars match, and I don't have photos of this stuff because didn't do it in time, but we have the no holds barred falls count anywhere. Who gives a shit match between Jericho and Adam Cole, baby. What is that match? What is it?
I guess it kind of falls under no DQ. It's like a Vegas street fight kind of vibe.
It's non-sanctioned, is what they're calling it.
Thank you. So it doesn't count when Jericho loses. That's what
Vegas is non-sanctioned. So
what are the chances they end up in the tunnels with all the bums in Vegas and have this fight?
No,
you know.
I see it ending in the fountain.
Here's the thing. If start in the tunnels with all the bums because that's where Jericho's hanging out.
Gotcha.
But no,
that's where Adam Cole found Sabu.
Speaking of the JAS. All right, so we got Jericho, Adam Cole. This to me, I'll go ahead and go. To me, Adam Cole's first big match back. He's not losing.
No.
This is a non-sanctioned match, which means Jericho doesn't care if he wins or not because it doesn't matter. Never happened.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm going Adam Cole, but I just think that
you did see the Sabu. You did see the Sabu is going to be in his corner, Tim.
Yes. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. How old did he look?
Have you ever been on a show? Have you ever been on a show with Sabu?
No.
Okay. Damn
New Jack wouldn't I can say this. New Jack wouldn't wrestle me. He told me I was too crazy.
Dang. And that's saying something. If New Jack wouldn't wrestle,
I hear a lot.
That's when I brought out my thumbtack bat the first time.
I hear a lot of stories, and I don't know if I believe that one.
It was
that dude threw a motherfucker off of a scaffold. That threw a guy off of a fucking scaffold. It was 3 times your size because he wanted to see if he would die. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. At that time, he was cool.
Yeah. He's dead, and I'm scared of him.
I think Adam Cole, but I have a never mind. I just think if this and the anarchy in the arena, they're all gonna kind of just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I mean, there will be a lot of outside causes in this match, obviously, because I mean, remember if we talk about the match that Jericho and Roderick had really last week, fucking Adam Cole was sitting outside the arena because he wasn't allowed in. Like, come on. So
I thought it was good. I thought it was the way it was booked. It was good.
It was good. No, don't get me wrong, but it was just like, of course, there'll be outside forces that enact because you have Jericho and his squad of hoodlums. But again, Jericho's good at getting people over, and right now they need to push Adam Cole.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to agree with y'all. Adam Cole's going over, but what I think is going to be hysterical is if they put these 2 matches on back to back, the Elite versus Blackpool and the Unsanctioned match back to back, and where they have a whole thing of after the Young Bucks Blackpool match is over, if they're still fighting in the backstage area, and then all of a sudden Jericho and Cole go back there and get entangled in that whole bullshit. So
that would actually probably be good.
Yeah, it could be, but I'm calling like some kind of weird crossover in the whole deal, especially since Adam Cole is still kind of connected to the Young Bucks and people's minds.
Jason, did we take drugs where these 2 actually agreed on the same thing?
I don't know what's going on right now. Are we in Bizarre World? Scott came into the thing upside down. I don't. Are we in the upside down right now? Is that where we're at?
I guess, man. I was not expecting him and Tim to have the same viewpoint.
I think we could just leave, Wyatt. I don't think they need.
Yeah, no, these guys seem to be connected enough. I think we're good. So,
hey,
peace out.
cool. Let's just do this ourselves. Got this. We don't need Baldy and oh, good Lord.
We're just gonna sit here and just stay out of your way, guys. You
Yeah.
guys have a good old time.
We don't need
Top of the
Baldy
morning to you.
and whatever.
Anybody ever tell you look like a dick with ears?
Oh, what happened?
He dropped his beer.
Ah,
No, I dropped
told
the
you.
microphone.
Party foul. Okay, what else? All right, what else did we have here? So we got that match. What was another match beside the Pillars match? There was one more.
Did we go to the Hardys versus the Firm?
Oh God, that's the one I was trying to forget.
I forgot that was coming up. Oh God.
Oh
I
no!
thought we deleted them.
How many matches do you need on a card to make it successful? I
13.
picked the Hardys, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think the Firm just lost in that deletion thing, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. See, I don't know about this one. There's some contract stipulations here with if the Hardys win, they have control of Ethan Page's contract, right?
I think that's what it was.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. This whole thing is just stupid to me.
Yeah.
They're fighting over a dude. Like,
I mean,
I don't
in some circles, that's an acceptable behavior, but
We're gonna skip by this real quick here. I'm taking the Hardys.
Hardys.
yeah, I got Hardys.
Then there's the TBS championship, the women's TBS championship.
Did I-
Really?
Jade. Yeah, Jade Cargill and Tyra Valkyrie, right?
Correct.
There's no way they're gonna give up fucking the TBS championship. There's just no way.
Here's the thing. Like, if Jade Cargill has to drop the title to somebody, why not Tyra Valkyrie? Like, she's established, done a lot in the business. I mean, she's freaking married to Morrison for cripe's sake. Like, she's got clout in this business. It's
Shit.
if they're going to drop it to anybody, drop it to her, because at least they can then start a whole massive feud with.
No, disagree.
Do you think that we're gonna go a whole pay-per-view without a title change?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Double or Nothing, the new Jetta. Like what?
Listen, Valkyrie couldn't beat her a couple months ago when she came in.
She wasn't allowed to use her finisher.
Doesn't matter. She couldn't beat her. Second of all, I think they're holding off. I think they're holding off for a bigger opponent.
Who?
For
Who?
Colton Benjamin makes his
I don't know.
return.
I don't know.
They have Britt Baker. They have all these different women on on whatever show, Dynamite or whatever. There's plenty of women there. They keep feeding. I don't know if it's because she's still green, and they don't want to feed. They don't want to put her in a big match. I mean, she did wrestle. What's a girl that's in? She was WWE, and then she's a Ring of Honor champion right now.
Oh,
Mickey James?
No.
I don't know that.
Why am I?
name's blank.
Why am I forgetting her name?
Oh God.
Anyway, they put her in a feud with her, and she beat her. But she hasn't had that big match feeling, like that big match yet. She hasn't had that real big match yet. Tyra Valkyrie's been an Impact champion a lot. Like she was an Impact champion forever. She can carry that. She can carry that belt.
Yeah.
She's a champion. Tyra Valkyrie, and she's good too. She's really good.
Yeah.
Great on the mic. Great in the ring.
And I think that's where Jade Cargill kind of lacks, because her mic skills aren't, in my opinion, the best. They always seem kind of forced, and she definitely reads like a teleprompter in a way, because she kind of sounds like a robot when she talks, when she cuts her promos. So I don't know.
None of it sounds like. It all sounds like shit. She's arguing with Bow Wow, and she's arguing like, who the fuck cares? Like she does. Jade Cargill does. She looks great. I ain't gonna lie. She's built. She's not a wrestler.
Damn sure. Squash my
She hasn't showed me that she was a wrestler yet.
Yeah.
So,
Valid.
and in my eyes, you can't just get in it like you. She's no Carmella. You know what I mean? She's no
Fuck up.
Carmella. So you can't. You got to be able to go too. You got to be able to wrestle. You got to. It can't just be strictly looks with me. So
All right.
anyway, I'm taking the upset here. I'm taking Valkyrie for the win.
Yeah, same.
That could be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. All right, final match, Double or Nothing, 4 Pillars match. Or if you really follow this feud, it should be called 4 Pillows because I have fallen asleep on this fucking feud.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. I mean, Perry cut a promo last night, awful. I mean, and Darby came out to the ring last night, got his shit kicked in by MJF. Like, what is this booking?
They might be the 4 pillars or whatever, but not today. Not today. Just not today. And the closest one of all four of these that I could see even carrying this belt is unfortunately Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
He's been a champion. The guy, he's annoying. Like he could be a good heel champ. He's fucking right. He's crazy. I don't. Jack Perry does not do it for me at all. And Darby.
I mean, for me, I've always seen Jack Perry as a tag team title holder. I don't see him as a single runs kind of guy. I really don't.
Yeah.
He's good as a tag team, but singles runs are just not his thing.
For the TNT title though, for a smaller belt or
maybe
like I could see him carrying something like that, but not the big boy belt. He can't even lift
belt.
Triple B.
Tony needs the cruiserweight belt and give it to Jungle Boy.
There you go. What do you think? What do you think there, Chucky?
I have no opinion of this because I honestly don't know.
Okay.
See, here's my take on it. I agree with you, Jason, that Sammy is one of the few that could carry the belt. I honestly also say that Darby could be one of the ones to carry the belt in the future. Darby definitely has an interesting look. He's not as good on promos, but he's getting better. So the first couple weeks of this, building into it, which is why I was hoping it was going to be Darby versus MJF. Darby's promos were amazing and really got him over to the crowd. And I think that Darby has a potential to be the champion come down the line. Just give him a little more time, but honestly, I don't think they're going to take it off of MJF. I give them credit for I still think, I mean, the 4-way is okay. I still think it should have been Darby and MJF single match, but it's one way or another. If they decide not to if they decide to take it off of MJF, it has to go to Darby probably. If not, keep it on MJF. I'm honestly going MJF this one. So.
Yeah, again, you keep the title on MJF because he is literally the best mouth you have in the fucking locker room. I mean, he's unreal on the mic. He just cuts the best promos in the entire company, in my opinion. So,
can't disagree with that.
I just MJF said something last night that just did hit me. It was like his contract's coming up soon, which I wasn't sure about that. I'm not sure about that because I haven't looked, but 2020, I feel like he just signed an extension 2024. He said his contract is coming up soon, and this is a good way for Tony to get the belt off of him without him actually getting beat. And that makes sense, right? Keeps MJF strong, puts over one of these other guys. But once here's putting one of these 3 guys over MJF is one thing. Any of these guys could win. Jack is a good feel good story. Darby's a good everybody's died in his life and he's, whatever. And Sammy is Sammy. But after one of these guys wins the belt, after these guys wins this belt, what next?
Yeah.
Who do you put him against? Who do you put Jack Perry against after he's beaten MJF?
Luchasaurus.
I mean, these guys are like MJF is up here and these guys are here. When these guys climb to here,
So who do you put up against MJF if he wins?
anybody.
Yeah, no,
Anybody can fake because MJF is up here. So anybody down here can get you here. But these guys that are here, once they get to here, who the fuck? Like, what compel? I could beat Jack Perry. Dude, I beat Chucky Manson. I could beat Jack Perry. Right? Like Sammy Guevara. Like these guys, and I like all three. I don't like Jack as much, but I honestly, all three of them are decent wrestlers. I dig the snare trap. I like Jack Perry's snare trap. But who do you put up against them next? What is a compelling story to move forward with any of these guys? I don't know what that would be.
I mean, for me, I feel like if you put the belt on Sammy Guevara, for example, you have anybody from JAS go after him because he was part of Jericho Appreciation Society. Now he's not anymore. Why the fuck can he do it when we can't? You know, I mean, there's an option there, but none of those guys in that have that push.
MJF carries this story. All three of them. MJF carries this story. Sammy's not carrying a story by himself. MJF, Darby's not, and neither's Jack. I mean, that's the bottom line. If they're going to hold the belt, you got to be able to carry a story. And I don't think all three of these guys can carry the story.
Yeah. And going back to what I said earlier, you got a guy like Jay Lethal you could put up against him. You got a Mark Briscoe. Like, think about the story there and the promos that could be cut there, using the death of Jay on, as to because MJF can cut a really deep promo, like, and I'm talking like, proverbially drawing blood deep promo on somebody. You've got, any number of the other, like, you could like bring up a Wardlow and like in 6 months or so, you've got a Wardlow that could go up against an MJF. You've got different guys, but not all those options are available for a Sammy or a Darby or even a Jungle Boy Jack Perry. You don't have those same options all the way around. MJF can work with anybody, and that's his strongest point. So that's why I'd say keep the belt on him.
All right. Well, I'm going with MJF.
Well, I'm gonna stick with MJF on this one.
Yep.
Same.
Perfect. All right. Let's get out of Double or Nothing. We are moving on to Battleground. NXT's Battleground. I don't know that you guys are really following NXT. I'm not as closely as I was. This last month has been kind of busy. I know a little bit, but don't know a lot. So we'll probably get through this. We were almost 45 minutes for the last one, so we'll probably zip through this one pretty good. So the first match of the night is NXT. It is the tag team champions, Gallus versus the Creed brothers. I picked Gallus last time. I was right. Gallus boys on top again for me. I like the Creed brothers. I think they look good. I just don't think they're ready for this yet, unless they're going to do something with Gallus and move them up. What do you think, Scott?
I'm going Gallus because, I've watched a little bit of their stuff in the interim from the last time around, and I like the foreign athletes that they've got, the Australians, the Irish, the English, the Scottish. WWE has picked up a lot of good foreign talent, and Gallus is one of them. They're just big brutes that can fight and they do have good wrestling work. So I definitely can see Gallus. The Creed brothers are good, as you said. They got a good look to them, but I don't think they're ready for that spot. So I'm calling Gallus on this one.
Wyatt?
Yeah, I think after seeing some of Gallus' stuff again, I'm with Scott on this one. They're just really good right now. They just got the belts after the love triangle fucking mishap. I think they're solid to defend.
What do you got? What do you got there?
I'd like to see the Creed brothers win, but I think Gallus is going to win.
Gallus is their pick. All right, we have the what is it? The U.S. title, or not the U.S. title? The
North American.
North America. Thank you, Scotty. North America title. We got Wesley, Tyler Bate, and Joe Gacy. Now, honestly, I love Wesley, but is it time for Wesley? He's had it for a little while now. Is it time for Wesley to move on to bigger and better things?
So who were the three in that match again? Besides the other two?
Tyler Bate, Wesley, Joe Gacy.
Honestly, I don't like either of the other two. Like as far as like Wesley's got the personality. I agree with you. He's held on to the belt a little too long. It's probably time to give him an opponent he can drop the belt to, so that they can start an angle or a feud that way. But Joe Gacy and Tyler Bate, just like I could see, like before they called him up, I could have seen them doing it with Grayson Waller, but they've called him up to the main roster now. So I don't know. Like I don't see them pulling the trigger on dropping the belt to anybody just yet. They need somebody more special to drop the belt to. For
all right, so you got Wesley. Timmy, what do you got?
I think I'm going to go with Gacy.
You got Gacy.
Yeah, I think I
Breaking
got
news:
Gacy.
Scott and Tim don't agree on something. Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm going to
The
go with
love
Gacy.
affair is over. You guys broken up right in front of us. It's weird. So we got to put you on separate screens already.
Damn.
That's why I did the heartbreak. He heart emojied you too. Anyway, so you're going with Joe Gacy. Any reason why you're going with Joe Gacy? Because he has the same hair as you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Greasy.
And I just think it's time. I think it's time.
Okay. Wyatt, what you got?
I mean, again, Wesley's held it for a while, but still, I mean, he's done really well defending. I think he retains this weekend. I think it's Wesley all the way.
All right, we got a Heritage Cup match. Noam Dar and Dragon Lee. What do you got here, Tim? What do you got here for Dragon Lee and Noam Dar?
Let's go Dragon Lee.
He's going. Cut the shit. He said we're going right with Dragon Lee. Why? What do you got?
I don't know. To be honest, I know very little about this. So
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Dragon Lee.
out of the two I think I picked Dragon Lee for this one.
Perfect.
So,
Any reason why? Or
same, because again, I have no idea who this Noam Dar guy is. I don't know what he's done.
his brothers have wrestled all over WWE.
Okay, well, I don't know much about this guy, so I'm going with Dragon Lee on this.
Yep, I'm going with Dragon Lee too. He is he was the big signing for NXT. So we're definitely going with Dragon Lee. Okay. Layla Valkyrie versus Tiffany Stratton. Thank you.
Too many Valkyries in this business.
This
I was about to say, how is she wrestling on two different pay-per-views?
Well, they do. Neither one of these girls look alike. So this was they opened this was for the women's title that was vacated.
right.
So these are the two finalists from the tournament. Tiffany Stratton, to me, is got it all.
Correct.
As you can see, that is correct. She's got the looks. She is great on the microphone. I don't know where she learned or if it's just a natural thing for her, but she, to me, is a main roster waiting to happen. I don't know, Scotty, have you seen her at all? Have you seen her?
I have not seen either of them, so honestly, I won't even call this one because I don't know either one. What was the girl they called up who had the belt originally?
Called her up.
They called her up to the main roster. That's why she forfeited the belt.
Oh, you're talking about the girl from The Way. Shit. I'm forgetting her name too. She's Dexter Loomis's girlfriend.
Yeah, I can see her face. I just can't picture or get her name. But
yeah, I'm forgetting her name too.
About that whole deal, really quick on that, is just the fact that they gave her the belt and then called her up to the main roster.
Well, they didn't she won the belt. She did not allow her, but she hurt her ankle, so she had to vacate it because she was in a boot. She's in the boot.
Well, but they still also called her up to the main roster at the same time. So it's like, what was the point of that one? But
who knows? Shawn Michaels, damn it. He doesn't know what he's doing.
As far as these two women are concerned, again, I don't either.
All right, what do you got, Wyatt?
I mean, again, this one, when I was doing my picks this morning, it was a little challenging because I don't know much about the women's division after the title had, before.
Andy Hartwell.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the main. We got two more matches to go. We have Dijak versus Elio.
Let me call
Dragunov.
this right here and now. Match of the night, right there.
Yeah.
This will be match of the night.
Yeah. And quite honestly, I'm calling Dragunov.
Scotty loves Dragunov.
Same.
Always one of my
Dragunov for me.
Huh?
Dragunov for me.
Yep.
I picked Dragunov this week.
I'm confused why Dijak has become an enhancement talent for these guys. Like Dijak was like the real thing in NXT for a while, and then they put him up on the main roster and made him put a mask on him and called him Crowbar or whatever the fuck they were calling him. And now he's back down at NXT and he's putting over some of these guys. Now I like Ilya Dragunov. He's great. I just don't understand what happened to Dijak.
Yeah, no. Well, it was that whole failed thing during the pandemic when they called him Crowbar. It was that invasion angle they tried to do that failed miserably because nobody cared.
Well, this is a better iteration of Dijak. Him going back to Dijak. At least he's not saddled with wearing tight pants with his balls hanging out and hanging out with Mace or whatever Mace. Yeah, that's what that poor fucking guy. They hate him. He was a commentary guy. The guy that's playing Mace. I can't remember what his real name is, but Brock Lesnar kicked the absolute dog piss out of him. He left TV for a while. He went to he became Mace, and now he's wearing nut huggers.
Nut huggers. Oh, good God.
Yeah.
That's a phrase and a half.
So I'm going with Dragunov myself.
Yeah, Dragunov is definitely the pick here.
And may I say that I cannot wait till they call Dragunov up to the main roster so that they can have another feud for the IC title or a feud for the IC title with Gunther. But that's my.
Well, anytime you can drag it off, I'm picking them. All right, so this is the match that I'm so sick of seeing already. They've done it a few times now. We have the NXT Championship, Carmella Anthony, just kidding, Carmella Hayes versus Braun, the bad boy, Braun Breaker.
I love how you took a basketball player and mixed it with a WWE diva.
Buddy, I've been doing it for months.
Shit. What's in that? That's what I thought. Fuck off.
Bacardi.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The bullshit alarm just went off. It's not Bacardi. Wyatt's out of here. Shit. All right, so we got Braun versus Carmella.
It wasn't Cardi B.
Money.
Carmelo retains.
Carmella Hayes
Retains.
You think he retains? Okay, Scotty, who you got? I can't say Carmella anymore.
Yeah,
it breaks my heart to see preggers.
It's mine.
Hayes retains. it's sad because they really had a good push going with Braun Breaker, and they're kind of he's lost some of his push now with the way they're using him at this point, and I feel bad. It's again, he will be in the next several years. He will be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I guarantee that. But right now the way they're using him, and the fact that they kind of rematched this a couple of times. I don't mind rematches, but it's just certain ones you kind of get a little sick of. And this one, like they put the belt on Carmelo Anthony. Did I just do it?
Yes, you did, sir.
Yes, you did. You fucking ingrate.
And I even hit the back.
I agree with Scott.
I've got 3 of these, and I can still tell you what's going on.
They put the belt on Carmelo Hayes. I want to see what they can do with Hayes and some other guys. So let's move on from this Braun Breaker thing. That's my pick on it. So it's Carmelo.
The one difference between this and the last time is there's definitely a face and a heel in this one.
Yeah.
Where last time it seemed like they were just both faces.
True.
Yeah. All right. So no one's taking the big booty daddy.
No, I picked Carmelo Hayes for this.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So we're moving on. We are cruising right along. We got through that in like 10 minutes. No big deal. Now for what we've all been waiting for, the day of champions. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the night of champions.
Yes, the night of champions.
Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. This is what we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sure. That's what they've been waiting for.
No one's been waiting for this.
Yeah, I don't.
So let's just kick this right off with probably the banger of the night. Trish versus Becky.
Okay, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Nobody probably thought I was going there. So, Scotty, who do you think is going to win this, and why do we not care?
We don't care because as much as I love Becky Lynch and as much as I love Trish Stratus back in the day, why? Who cares at this point? Like Becky could be doing a lot bigger and better things with like Bianca Belair or even Rhea Ripley. Like there's so many ways they could go with Becky Lynch right now and really helping to continue to propel the women's division forward, and they're just sticking it with a Legends match. Like, why? So honestly, I'm picking Becky to win. No real reason other than the fact that I mean, as much as they probably would want to put the Legend over, I think they've got to keep their current roster strong. So, they'll probably put Becky.
Now remember, Saudi Arabia is not in WWE canon. Shit happens over there. It doesn't, just it's the third planet or planet 3 or whatever. What does DC do?
Babylon 5.
The third universe or second universe or whatever. Some kind of different.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, well, we don't know what Earth 2 this is, but
yeah.
Why? What do you have here?
I mean, I feel like this is honestly a waste of time for this pay-per-view. I mean, obviously Becky cut a great promo for this match. I mean, same with Trish, but the Legends need to go. I think it's Becky on this one. It's time to it's the future. It's not the past like they advertise.
Tim?
I'm kind of torn here.
Oh,
believe it or not. I want Becky to win, and I think Becky might win. But if WWE does what WWE does, they're going to try to extend this out to SummerSlam, which would put Stratus over for the night.
Mm-hmm.
I am literally torn. Can I just go like on our scale? Can I go middle of the ground on this one? I don't know.
Yeah,
it depends on what WWE wants to do, and they won't know till that night.
Yeah,
I'm with you. The sad part about this whole match is Trish is going to have her face covered up by a burqa. But I agree with Tim. I think that they drafted Trish to Raw for a reason. Right? She's going to be around a while. I could almost see this going to SummerSlam, just like you said. I don't know if it has legs like that though. This easily should be a one and done. Yeah, this should be a one and done. and move on? Because I think we're gonna have to have a match with Lita and Trish, and see which one of their one of their walkers breaks first.
Yeah, I was gonna say God. After Lita's performance at WrestleMania, God no, but
All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We got we're going with Sammy and Kevin versus the Bloodline. Roman and Solo.
Do you mean the blood drops, considering they kind of lost the fucking Usos? No, I don't think the shooting age. I just think that the blood drops. I think
What
the
do you
bloodline
shooting age? What do you got here, Tim? What do you think?
I Owens and Sami Zayn. I just I don't think they could put 3 belts on one guy. I just don't see it happening.
You don't remember the Kenny Omega run now, do you?
Yeah, but he wasn't in WWE either.
I said this the other day. I said, put all the belts on Roman. You make him the belt collector. Make him the ultimate of the ultimate. Make him have to give him all 3 of the world titles. Make him be Gunther for the IC. Give him half the tag team belts, and make.
But that would also make him a full-time guy.
He is a full-time guy.
No, he's going to have to wrestle on both shows all the time.
He doesn't have to do. He's got a great gig. He does whatever he wants. It's Roman.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Would it be a great story? Yes. Is it going to happen? No.
no.
All right, what do you got, Scott?
I agree with Tim on this one because, like, it would be interesting to see what they do if they would put the titles on Roman and Solo, but I feel like it's pointless at this point because they need to have more fuel, add more fuel to the fire for the bloodline splitting up and stuff like that. Because rumor is they're trying to get Roman face by SummerSlam. So, and even maybe SummerSlam to somewhere in between Survivor Series. Just try to get him faced by that. So they're putting another title on him is probably not going to do anything to enhance that going forward. So I'm calling Usos. Calling Sammy. I'm calling Sammy and Kevin over Bloodline on this one.
What do you got, Wyatt?
Yeah, I mean, I think switching the titles literally not too far after WrestleMania, especially with your biggest faces right now in the company, I wouldn't change the titles. So I picked Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn retain.
Gotcha. I'm taking them to retain too. They said the other night that the Usos were not going to be in Jeddah. I don't think that's true. I think they're going to show up. I think they're going to cause Roman and Solo lose his belt. And Scott said to me today that Roman should take the pin in the middle of the ring. Right? Didn't you say that to me? Who said
that? Wasn't me.
That wasn't you? Why did you say that to me?
No.
Somebody said that to me today, and I didn't agree at first, but then I was like, yes, he definitely should take the pin in the middle of the ring for this and then just go ape shit on Monday night. Absolutely ape
That
shit.
would make a great story.
That would.
I would agree.
All right, next match. So we're all in agreement there on that one. So next match, we got Gunther versus the hometown hero, Mustafa Ali.
We all know who's winning this one. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. This is whatever points you can put on Gunther, you're going to put it on Gunther. I think they're trying to capture the same thing they did in Puerto Rico with Mustafa Ali. I don't think it's going to have the same impact, honestly. I think Puerto Rico is out of their fucking mind. If they get a pop from Jeddah for Mustafa Ali, I'm about it. I think it's great, but the writing is on the wall here. There is no way that that Gunther's losing this time.
I mean, for God's sake, Gunther's chops will send him back to fucking America.
Let's hope he doesn't cave this dude's chest in.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is are they like what's the over under on Gunther caving Ali's chest in with several chops? Like
we should set a line. We should set a line. I'm gonna set the line for chops in this match. Total chops. That includes Mustafa Ali too.
Really?
I'm gonna set the line. Huh?
Mustafa won't get any.
Oh, he'll fire up. He'll fire up. He'll get one. He'll get one or
He's
two.
at home, man. He's the hometown boy.
Yeah.
He's got to get some shine.
I'm gonna set the line at 19 chops.
Ooh.
Way over. Way
You're taking
over.
me over?
Way over.
That's a good line, right? I should work for DraftKings.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
actually taking the under.
on that. I'm
Under? Taking me over?
25. No,
Well-
25. 25.
Oh, wait, I just said 45. I was like, well, rest in peace, Mustafa Ali.
Well, you're counting both of theirs, right?
Yeah.
Gunther's going to get 19. Mustafa's
I
going to
think
get
Gunther gets 24, and Mustafa gets one that he tripped and fell into him.
6. Maybe.
Or he's swatting one of those desert
Now
flies
he's
off of him. One of those sand fleas. He's gonna knock one of those sand fleas off of him.
I see you have a fly on your chest, young boy.
Hey, listen.
Young boy.
Gunther's going to have to lose that belt to go on to bigger and better things.
Carry my belt, bitch. He's not. He's gonna eventually have to lose this
I
belt.
agree.
But he's not going to lose it to a guy who won a battle royal.
I would agree.
He's not losing it to Mustafa. Did you hear what?
Nah, hell no.
After he got bitched by Brock the other night, he said, "Get a life, kid."
That was funny. He goes, "Get a life, kid."
Scott, did you see that?
Yes, I did. I saw
Tim, did you see that?
No, I missed it.
So Mustafa was doing an interview in the back with somebody, and Brock was heading out to the ring to talk some shit on the mic, and he stops at Gorilla at the curtain and turns around and looks at Mustafa Ali and goes, "Get a life, kid." And Mustafa looked like whatever. Like Mustafa was firing off this promo about how he was the underdog and he was this and he was that, and Brock basically gave him his first fucking chop of the night.
Damn.
It was great. It was great. All right, so we're all taking Gunther in this one. All right, we have Bianca, and I spelled it completely wrong on my paper on my computer here, but Bianca versus Asuka, or Muta Light, is what I like to call her. Scotty, who do you got in this?
Diet
Huh?
Muta.
Gosh, this one's one of those toss-up matches for me because again, I like Bianca Belair. I like what she's been doing, and like especially at Puerto Rico, I really enjoyed her match with Io Sky. It was a great match. Like they traded places in a lot of ways. You know, Bianca became the heel. Io Sky was the face. It worked well. So I'm really liking what Bianca's doing, but in a lot of respects, Bianca's held this belt for what, about a year now? She won it last year, SummerSlam.
Mania, wasn't it? Was it Mania? Didn't she win at Mania a year ago?
Might have been Mania a year ago. So if that's the case, then yes, I think she needs to lose the belt. And if she does, I mean, I'm not saying Asuka's the best person because there is a lot of I like her now. I like Asuka more now as like you said, as Muta Light than she has been in the past. So I if they're gonna drop the belt to anybody, I think Asuka would be the best one to do it. So honestly, I'm gonna call Asuka on this one.
Wyatt?
I don't know. The funny thing for me is I picked Bianca to retain.
Okay, why?
Just because right now she's pretty much the face of Raw, the Raw division. But I don't know. Like after hearing your side of the story, I agree. It's a toss up now.
Tim?
I say Bianca holds on to the belt, but probably it's going to Asuka. We know it's going to Asuka, but when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there needs to be a bigger build for it.
Okay. I could see that.
So I'm going. I'm on the fence about this match myself. I really would love to see Asuka win this belt and Bianca lose her fucking mind and go heel. But most likely, Asuka's gonna hit her with that mist, and then she's gonna put her in that KOD blind and beat Asuka. So probably gonna end up going with Bianca in this one. But this is the match. I think it'll be good. I love Asuka. I think Asuka's. I love that she's nuts. Like she's.
This new
she's
side of
every
her,
girl that I've dated in the past. So,
Glad you qualified in the past on that one.
yes, my current girlfriend is not fucking crazy.
The current waifu.
The probably new wife here will or my new ex-wife or whatever you want to call her. All right. So next match, we have this is probably going to be the main event, by the way. Are pretty close to the main event, second to last. Man, we could even open tonight. The new world heavyweight title. We got Seth versus AJ. Now AJ made a weird comment the other day about, like, they've done all these exposés about Seth, and they did like 2 or 3 hours worth over the last couple months or last couple weeks. But AJ has had maybe less than 2 or 3 of these, or maybe even 2, talking about how it's a secondary belt and how could you not think it's a secondary belt. And it looks like it's leaning towards Seth winning this thing, right? They're girlfriend just came in and showed me her Oscars. Anyway.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait till I turn this camera around one day. She go be sorry. We're going to be booted off YouTube immediately. So they have it. Everybody, I'm totally fucked up now. They have it leaning to making it look like Seth is going to win this belt. But what if he doesn't? Right? Why not put this belt on AJ and let Seth chase it for a while? I don't know. I'm on the fence about this one. Wyatt? Hello, Wyatt.
Hi. The funny thing is, I was back and forth with this one this morning doing my picks, and I think what WWE usually does is punish their stars that go out for a little while. And considering fucking Seth has now shown up on movie sets of late, I think they punish him. I think AJ takes it.
Punish him? Why would they punish him for being on a movie set?
I mean, I don't know. I just think they have certain ways to punish wrestlers, and I think WWE will stick with that. And I think AJ does win it and does put the OC over a little bit more.
Okay. Tim?
I Seth Rollins. It's led there this whole time. Seth Rollins. I don't think there's any. I see what he's saying about Seth being out, but he really is truly probably the hardest working guy in the company.
No doubt. Scotty?
And while I agree with Chucky on that, the thing though is, like, something that you said a second ago that's kind of got me thinking is how AJ's been putting this belt over as a secondary title and stuff like that. And what would happen if they decided to put this belt on AJ? Like, AJ is, I guess, it's hard to tell right now if he's a face or a heel, but I think he's more face than anything else. But if they use this opportunity to turn him heel and kind of pull an old gimmick they used to pull in the territory days where guys would, like, especially like the sheep herders and stuff, that would they're like, what's going on? No, yeah, where they kind of like, AJ looks at this and like, you know what? I mean, I've got this belt now, but who cares? Like, it's not the real belt. It's not the important belt. And then have that feud between him and Seth, where it's, Seth's actually trying to give the belt credibility and, fight AJ to get it and stuff like that. So I think they could go with something like that and put AJ over on this one, and then like you said, Jason, have them kind of have Seth chase the belt. So
At the end of the day, there's only one important belt, and it's the IB Chucky Manson belt. All right, we're moving on to another softball for Rhea. She's facing Natty.
Let's be honest with Natty. Natty's like the gatekeeper.
Of what?
She just like, okay, if you pass this test, you're good. We know Rhea's good. We know she's gonna dominate. But I think every time a woman wins a title, she has to at some point run through Natty. And that's what's gonna happen.
Why? Because Lita's not available?
Come on. Natalie's always been the gatekeeper. She's solid. She's a solid worker.
Do you really think she's a solid worker? I do not think Natty. I don't think Natty Neidhart is a great wrestler.
I didn't say she was great. I said she's solid and she's the gatekeeper.
I mean, I agree with Chucky. Like she's got the name, and she, like you said, she's solid. She's not perfect, but she has what it takes to get the job done. And, with the name value of being a Neidhart and in the Hart clan, like that is one of the things that makes her the gatekeeper of the women's division, because there's nobody else. Like if, Davey Jr. was in the WWE at the point, and he was a solid worker, he'd be the gatekeeper, because again, it's the name. It's, the fact that, he has he has it in his DNA. Even if he isn't the best at it, he has it in his DNA. So, I agree with Chucky on that. I think that she's, and it's like you said, it's a softball, Jake. It's literally a softball.
Yeah. Who's next for Rhea? Linda McMahon?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, unless they're building someone from NXT, I don't see anybody even holding a candle to Rhea right now.
This should be a squash.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I agree.
This honestly, this match here, and I guess because it's over in Jeddah and they want to see 10% naked woman, I don't know, forehead of woman. I don't know. I don't know why we have this match. There's way better people. Maybe they don't want to waste something over there. I don't know, but there's a lot of other good wrestlers that, like, I don't know. This is a Saturday Night Thunder match. Like, this is a dark.
I don't disagree with you, but let's take into consideration too the women who won't go over there and work.
Yeah,
that may cut the prize, the talent pool down.
So Natty's a sellout. Okay, I got it. All right. So
she is. I mean, listen, her everyday gimmick that she wears to the ring covers 90% of her body, anyways.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, the Burka match coming from Jeddah Live. The first one to lose the Burka wins.
Oh, that's actually not a bad stipulation. I actually like that. If we see your bottom lip, you're fucking lose.
We see ankle, we're done.
Yeah, is that a tattoo, ma'am?
There'll be a sign like back in the day, like they'd have a sign that says, "If Cena wins, we riot." There'll be a sign in the crowd: "If we see ankle, we riot."
Oh, Jesus! All right, so moving on from that,
Rhea's ankle.
I hope that's a match that, because other matches run over in time, that they cut that one short. Okay, we're gonna move on. We're moving on to Cody and Brock. This is, I believe, this is going to be this will be the second to last match. Either that, or it could be the first match. It might end up being the first match of the night. Brock and Cody. Cody. This is like the story of every match that Cody's in. He takes an ass whipping for months and then he ends up going over. But I don't think that's what's going to be in this one. I think Brock wins this one pretty handily. Brock is like 5-1 over at Jeddah. They love him over there. And to keep this story going, Cody's won once. It's Brock's turn.
Well, and here's where it gets interesting, because while I agree with you, the question is, what are they trying to do with this story? Like, So they put Brock in Cody's way. Brock is the next stumbling block to get Cody more over to hopefully eventually win the world title one day, or the WWE title, whichever one they're going to put on him. But so where it gets interesting is like, okay, do they put Cody over 2-0 against Brock? In which case, then it's over and done with, and Cody moves on to his next opponent, whoever that may be. Or do they do like what you were saying, Jason, make it a 1-1, and now they've kept this thing going and they push it to maybe SummerSlam, and boom, all of a sudden you get Brock Cody 3. I don't know. But I'm kind of leaning more towards Brock in this case. I see what you're saying on the he's over there, so why ruin his streak, the 5-1, give him a 6-1 over in Jeddah. So I think it's gonna be a Brock.
Wyatt, what say you?
I mean, I think it's interesting. I have to admit, I'm a little annoyed with the arm gimmick again, being he got a broken arm from Brock. But again, I think the Beast incarnate will take it. I think Brock Lesnar.
Jimmy,
Scott, get back here.
Okay, so here's my thing. I definitely think Brock's winning. If they were to put Cody over, that kind of discounts everything that Brock has done before this by beating people in 5, 7, 8, 10 seconds, whatever. Cody, there's a huge difference between Cody coming out with his pec torn and you seeing it and knowing it, and him overcoming all of that and making us all fall in love with him. You know what I mean? But I don't see how they can. I mean, if you let Cody win with a broken arm, then you discredit everything that Brock has done before this.
They've done it twice now. It would be twice that he's had to overcome some sort of arm. Yeah, I get it. It makes total sense why they should not. Brock should.
Yeah.
So I think Brock Lesnar, and I think Brock Lesnar really quick, under 7.
Ooh, under 7. Oh.
Yeah, and I think it's funny when you look
under
at
7 suplexes or under 7 minutes.
Under 7 minutes, bell to finish.
Interesting. I don't know. I think, when you think about it with this arm gimmick that they're doing with him now, I find it funny that it's the opposite arm that's broken and not the one that had its reconstruction.
It's the left arm.
Yeah, it's the left arm. The right arm got the
Chucky.
Everything's on the left, sir.
Everything's on the left, my man. Everything's on the left. Now, let's go behind the curtain a minute for some people who are not indie wrestlers, and you explain to these guys why it's the left arm.
Why? That's the way I was.
How did it all start? How did the left arm start?
To be honest with you, I have no idea, except I was told if something actually happened to my left arm, most people are right-handed, so they can continue on with life.
Right, correct.
But remember this, most of the time when someone's selling in the ring, they're selling with the left part of their body. Correct. That is the part of the body. Now, if you see someone grab their right knee, there's probably something really wrong.
Right. Not saying it couldn't happen with the left either, but
and also think about this. If Cody's going to come down with some kind of cast or something, he's going to have to punch with his right hand.
Yep.
Which he's right-handed anyways. So he'll still be able to throw punches. He'll still be able to do all of that stuff. Just remember that everything to the left. Everything to the left in wrestling. When you get off the mat, you roll to the left. When you throw a clothesline, you throw it with your right hand, but because that's your dominant hand.
It's all timing too, and it's what the guy knows. If I'm coming in with a boot, Chucky knows what side I'm coming to. Like that's
correct.
So we're all taking Brock in this one for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with Brock.
Yep.
All right, so that's it. That's all the matches. Which in particular are you double or nothing? Battleground, Night of Champions. Which one are you guys looking forward to? Scotty, go first.
Probably, honestly, Night of Champions. That seems to be the one that's got the again. Double or Nothing is going to be interesting, but the star power is over on WWE. Sadly enough.
Tim?
WWE. I mean, it Night of Champions. They'll always be the top of the mountain.
Wyatt?
Wow, I'm going to be different here. I'm actually going Battlegrounds. I think it's a good way to display young talent, and I hate to say it, this will be the one night where we see championships change hands, unlike Jeddah, where Jeddah is infamously for just making sure that people get over.
I'm going opposite of you guys too. I'm going AEW because AEW never their pay-per-views are always good. They always do something different in their pay-per-view. WWE a lot of times is cookie cutter. You see a lot of the same stuff, and it's really easy to predict. AEW, those motherfuckers don't know how to book. I mean, it could go either way, right? Honestly, it could go either way. We could get a Jungle Boy heavyweight champion by the end of the night, and none of us would even be like, we'd all be pissed.
That would actually be funny.
Yeah. So honestly, and that's the kind of stuff that they do. They had me a long time ago when they had a pay-per-view and they had penis druids. So they had me
the original. That was All In, right?
That was All In. Yeah, that was and that guy's not even wrestling. That guy's not even wrestling anymore, I don't think.
Nope, because he has too many sexual assault charges.
Yeah, he likes to force himself on the ladies. So anyway, allegedly. So anyway,
NDA, sign them.
That's it. Real quick, if you have joined us, if you come in, if you come out, please, if you're going to catch us live like we are right now for the next couple seconds, or video on demand, please go like and subscribe. We are stuck at 47 subscribers. For some reason, we can't get over the hump. So if you come into the video on demand or any of our other streams, please like and subscribe. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. We have lots of stuff coming up. Tim and I have been talking about some things coming up, talking about some indie wrestling stuff. So we're going to be adding that to the channel or adding that to the page here soon at some point. But if you like what we do, or if you don't like what we do, tell us, right? Not that we're going to change. We're too fucking old to change. But if you like something, tell us. Tell us you like us. And give us it. At Chuck and I's age, it's a little hard to get a boner. This is the kind of stuff that gives us boners. You tell us that you like us, right? It would help Scott be able to see his. So why can raise his watch? Why can raise his desk with his erection? Watch. Look at that. I mean, that is impressive, sir. Whoa. And just like that, it's down. Yeah. Been there. I mean, I start feeling it. So, Tim, Chucky, whatever we can call you right this second, thank you for coming in. You were a late notice. You jumped right on. Could be because you have no life. But Ricky had his son was sick and he had to go take him to the doctor. Actually, I think he tried to jump back on, but couldn't get into the door. Couldn't get into the thing here. So. But thank you for joining us. Scotty, you and Wyatt have a safe trip to Indianapolis. Go check out the 500. You guys I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, we'll be there. And yeah, anybody wants to watch?
I'll drink a quart of milk in your honor.
You get it. That's all that matters. You get it.
Horse semen, milk, it's all the same.
No. Bad, Jason. Stop it.
All right. Hey. Good show. Have a good rest of the weekend. Get your picks in too, by the way, if you haven't gotten your picks in yet.
My picks are in for the weekend, other than Double or Nothing.
Oh, I haven't sent that one out yet, so perfect.
Exactly. So, that's why I said it.
You guys have a good day. Hey,
peace out.
Honestly, thank you. Like, subscribe, please. Love us, hate us, do whatever, but make sure you ring the bell. Give us a thumbs up.